From cheers of the fans to the crack of the bat, learn it all from Jimbo, Gabe, Mike, and Matt. Giving thoughts on all public teams, whether times are boom or if they are lean. Hero players that you should know, not only the good things, highs and the lows. Here it is, we're ready to go. Please enjoy the podcast. On with the show.
Good morning, good evening, and good everything in between, and welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Jimbo Bernicki. My happiness is as fake as the day is long, and I'm joined as always by Mr. Gabe Lerman. How you doing, Gabe?
And man, those days are long lately. I'm just glad you're feeling better, Jimbo. We missed you.
Well, better is a subjective term. I have been watching a lot of Hawks games, but we'll move on to that in a bit. I'm joined also by Mr. Michael Bealey. How you doing, Mike?
I could go on too, but on a positive note, I got a new filing cabinet so I can clear off some of my shelves, and now I'm in possession. I'm making NPB shelves in my office area.
There you go.
One shelf per team.
That's some real adult satisfaction right there. Organization.
I'm so old.
Having stuff to put stuff on. That's some good stuff right there. So as alluded to, we are now a month through the season. Things are shaping up. Things are not going the way some of us wanted, but going the way some of us very much did want it. But we're going to get to that. Gabe, what do you have for us on the top stories of today?
The wait is finally over. The long march is done. Lions starting pitcher Kona Takahashi has picked up his first winning decision in 597 days. Kona pitched 6 scoreless innings against the Eagles at home. The Lions won 7-1. As per Kyoto News, Takahashi merely said, "I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. It's been so long, I don't know how to describe this. It was a long, tough time." He went 0 for the season last year with an ERA still below 4. And I'm just glad he's finally off the schneid. It bodes well for the Lions, who, as we'll get into, are looking kind of good.
Yeah, Lions have been doing pretty good this year, and it reminds me there was a Blue Jays pitcher who had a similar record once, like many years ago, right? Who was that?
I think it was Jojo Romero or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. He played for the Braves and the Jays. But yeah, anyway, it just made me think of that. And do we have any? I think I see something else in our show notes I really want to talk about, but I'll let you talk about it first.
And one for the pro wrestling fans. This was coming over the newswire from PacificLeague.com. Famous Japanese wrestler Jushin Liger will be throwing out the first pitch on May 2nd as the Hawks host the Marines at Mizuho PayPay Dome.
That's awesome because Jushin Thunder Liger, I'll have you know, or I guess maybe he doesn't go by that name anymore. I guess there's a bit of a weird thing with that, but big birthday present for me. Very happy about that. Very excited to see that. As you know, anyone who likes Japanese wrestling knows Liger is a capital L legend, one of the most famous, most influential, phenomenal Japanese wrestlers of all time. That's super cool. I think I'm gonna watch some Jushin Thunder Liger matches after we're done the show today. And so without skipping a beat, let's get right into the main bit of the show, the Round the Horn segment, where we take a look at all the teams from top to bottom of the league. And we're starting off with the team that's been the top since the beginning, the Oryx Buffaloes, really taking it on this year. Let's go, Gabe. What do we got going on with the boys there?
3-1 since our last episode, so the team is starting to slow down just a bit. They're still holding steady against the other teams in the league, though, because nobody's really on that big of a hot or cold streak. Someone who is playing well, though, Buffalo starting pitcher Daiki Tajima, who pitched a complete game 2-hitter shutout earlier today. Just to remind everyone that the Buffaloes have more than 2 good starting pitchers. The pitching lab remains open for business. And yesterday, outfielder Yusuke Mugitani picked up a sayonara single to cash Tomoya Noguchi from third after Noguchi hit a triple to start the 9th. That makes Mugitani just the 4th rookie in club history with a walk-off hit. The last guy is still on the Buffaloes, just in the farm system. That's fellow outfielder Tokumasa Chano back in 2023. Ryo Ota, the phenom, still sits atop the batting race with a .411 batting average, and maybe a triple crown threat as he's in the top 3 for home runs and RBI. Yes, small sample size, but we're a month in. The phenom is real. Other batters sitting in the top 10 for the batting title race Outfielder Yutaro Sugimoto, third. Outfielder Ryoma Nishikawa, fourth. First baseman Yuma Tongu, seventh, and tied for the home run lead. And outfielder Keita Nakagawa in eighth. I know I talk up the Fighters outfielder, the triple M of Mizutani, Matsumoto, Manami. Don't sleep on the Buffaloes. That trio of Nishikawa, Nakagawa, and Sugimoto is pretty solid in their own right.
Well, not just the outfield. I mean, everyone in the Buffaloes right now is so good. Like they're just roaring right now. Like they've been firing on all cylinders. They remind me of the Buffaloes team from 2 years ago that won the pennant. But like, just everyone's crushing it right now. And Oda, like, I know small sample size, but man, batting 411 for the first month of the season, that's pretty darn good. I don't care who you are.
I am hoping that this manifests. I want his jersey. I have room in my closet again.
Well, there you go. That'd be. I mean, especially if he wins the MVP, that'd be the right time to get it. Would you get the navy or the white?
I already
Or
have a Navy
special?
Yoshinobu Yamamoto, my ace of aces. So I'd either get the white or one of the alternates.
Season goes on. I'm always excited to discuss uniform stuff. And you get to keep going here as your other team that you cover is second place in the division right now. Gabe, take it away with the Nippon Ham Fighters.
3-4 in the last week plus. Haven't been able to gain ground. They're still a game and a half back of Oryx, and with a lot of teams coming up behind them. 2024 CPBL MVP starting pitcher Gulin Rue-Yang did indeed make his NPB debut on April 23rd, but it wasn't the prettiest. 7 runs, 5 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks in 5 2/3 innings pitched, taking the loss against the Eagles at home. That said, he's still young, still figuring out, and that was literally just his first start. I'm eager to see how the kid adapts to the game and starts to deliver. Needless to say, we're going to be getting a lot more Taiwanese fans checking into Pacific League. It took 25 games, but Big Boss Shinjo finally called for his first sack bunt of the season for the Fighters. Trouble is, catcher Torai Fushimi couldn't complete the squeeze. Didn't work. You can't take the manager that far out of NPB. Going 19 games in a row without a sack call of any kind is impressive enough. Why just do it, man? Just let him swing. Speaking of swinging, outfielder Chusei Manami is tied for the league in home runs, despite a batting average sitting around 200. I guess he knows how to pick his spots. The low batting average has always been the knock against Chusei, though, and the hope is at some point he'll figure it out. The Fighters do lead the Pacific League in team home runs, thanks to Manami, Yuki Nomura right behind him, and some surprise power from left fielder and catcher Kengo Yoshida.
Yes, former Hawk Kengo Yoshida, who really hurt my feelings the other day. And Manami, I mean, yeah, he's not hitting that often, but again, I can attest when he's hitting them, he is hitting them. Like,
He does not hit cheapies, no.
No, not at all. And that brings us over to the surprise third place team. Time for me to rev up my engines. The Saitama Seibu Lions, 4-3 last week, a winning week, and now sitting above 500 and in third place. Now that he's healthy again, I really want to talk about a possible Rookie of the Year candidate, Seo Watanabe, their second round pick from this past draft. He's now on a 5 consecutive multi-hit game. The Lions have been looking for offense for a while now, as we know, and they found it. I mean, seemingly in this kid, he is crushing it so far to start his rookie season. He's the first rookie Lion actually to start opening day since Sosuke Genda, and but yeah, I mean, the Lions have been looking super good. Well, I mean, not everyone's been looking super good. Leandro Cendeno has been sent down to the minors. He just needs to brush up a little bit. He's been 10 for 53 through the first 16 games, but I think he'll get back on it. I think probably. And from young players both doing well and struggling to old players doing great, Takumi Kuriyama now has 3,000 career total bases. He's the 64th player in MPB history to get that. He's been playing for over 2 decades in MPB. That's like one of the things I love about Japan is just how long the players play. It's just everyone's just always playing. It's just love of the game. You know what I mean? And also, on the same note as old players, 41-year-old Takeya Nakamura picked off a walk-off hit against your Oryx Buffaloes on the 27th. He's the oldest player in franchise history to do so. He's been having a pretty decent start to the season so far, not having as much power as he used to, but his batting average is up. So I think he's taking a more reserved approach to the plate, which is good because last season he both wasn't hitting a lot of home runs and wasn't hitting very often. So it's good to see he's having productive at bats again. And man, Tetsuya Imai, talk about somebody crushing right now. He has tied the club record for lowest ERA in a calendar month at 0.3. The guy he tied, Kazuhisa Inao, Hall of Famer and former Lions legend. And I mean, Imai basically is a Lions legend at this point, but he's not the only Lion crushing it right now. Chihiro Sumida is finally living up to his potential. He's gone even lower. His ERA so far this season is 0.58, and he's won 4 straight games. He's looking like the Japanese Johan Santana out there. I love watching him pitch. He's living up to his potential. The Lions are doing all the stuff that all year last year I was saying I needed from them, and a little more. The offense is clicking a little bit, and the pitching went from being stellar to even like into a new stratosphere we didn't even know was possible. It's been pretty cool to see the Lions play this year, unlike another team, which we'll get around to.
There was a phrase back in the early goings of NPB and the Pacific League back in the 1950s. The three people most revered in Fukuoka where the Lions played: God, Buddha, and Inao, as in the guy who
I'm sorry,
put up the .3 ERA in April or in a calendar month. Now it's God, Buddha, Imai.
And where did the Lions play?
The Lions played in Fukuoka for the first 2 decades of their existence.
Actually, I thought that was a Freudian slip by you. Okay, well, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Well, it's a little nice little.
Okay, I may have to do more Gabe's history corners on these at some point.
That's very cool. That would be teach me that.
And yeah, I think Seiya Watanabe is the forerunner for Rookie of the Year. That's not a contest.
Well, it's not a contest right now so far, but someone who might give him a run for his money, we'll see how he takes up, is the star rookie for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. But yeah, he's not playing as well.
Right, Munayama. Yeah, that's right.
Nice little transitional move there. Take it away, Mike.
Okay, so for the Eagles, 4-3, soaring in last to second, back down to fourth, but they're still being competitive. They've won 4 series in a row heading into yesterday's game. This is the end of last season's Eagles carrying over into this season. Asamura got 300 home runs recently, back in the 22nd against the Fighters. Out of the 46 other guys who have done it, only one of them took more games than he did. Current Carp manager and Carp legend Takehiro Arai. And Asamura has been on a tear lately too, now tied for 4th in the batting race at 300. Haven't been able to watch too much live or on the replays of recent, but I have been seeing that Norimoto's been continuing to be lights out at closer, and I've been enjoying seeing his highlights as of recent.
Well, yeah, Asamura's been doing really well. Kind of low key, bit of a dark horse for MVP ish. I mean, maybe might be overstating it a little bit, but if he can keep up this clip, he's definitely in the discussion. And also, I mean, the Eagles, again, we're super early in the season. For all we know, everything could go topsy-turvy. Maybe the team in last could be in first for all we know. But
you'd like to manifest that, wouldn't you?
Positive affirmations.
The Eagles have been playing really well. I've been really impressed with them so far this season.
I mean, Rui Munayama still in the top 10 for batting average. Mike's sleep paralysis demon, Toshiki Abe, sitting third in OBP, still at 383.
And Muniyama's also been great on defense. I mean, he was advertised as that coming into the league, and he's been living up to that. And I really love – I was thinking about this, kind of thinking about the Eagles the other day. Low-key, do they have the best infield in the Pacific League? Like, you got Kobakata, Asamura, Kurabayashi, question mark?
No, you got Daichi Suzuki at one corner, and then the other corner is either Michael Franco, Yukiya Ito, Asamura. I wouldn't be surprised if they also try and slip Itsuki Murabayashi in there at some point.
No, I've seen him playing third a decent amount from what I've seen. So I don't know. That's a pretty good. That's a really, really good infield, honestly.
I'd grade that up there with. I think the Lions have the better up the middle defense with Tonosaki, Genda / tiny highlight reel Takizawa. Maybe
defense
you could
sure,
you could
offense in the corners. No, I wouldn't. But yeah,
and maybe the Buffaloes can compete with Tongu, Ota. Thank goodness he's broken out. Kurebayashi and Mune.
Yes,
that's the other close comparison, I think.
Yeah, that was the only thing I thought close, but like Moon is a bit down. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get way too into the weeds on that. So we're gonna kick it over to the team that's just sitting in fifth place, but still, I mean, early on, they can still catch up. The Chiba Lotte Marines, take it away again, Mike.
I'm depressed. 4-3 last week, recovering from a rocky start. Only a game and a half back of Cebu in the playoffs. I never thought I'd be saying that. Okay. Manager Masato Yoshii had some words about his team's bunting failures in the eighth inning of yesterday's game. Hiromi Oka and Yudai Fujioka executed their bunts properly to sneak the Marines ahead 2-1. Shogo Nakamura, however, did not, striking out with two men on and nobody out. And Neftali Soto then grounded up into a double play afterwards. As per Sports Hochi, the failed bunts were everything. If we didn't do those kinds of things well, then we won't be able to become a team that can aim for the championship. We want to all practice together so that we can make the small plays well. So standard manager speech there in a post-game interview. But some fun news, the Black Summer uniforms have been revealed and will be worn on field for a few games starting in mid-July. Going with blue, purple, and turquoise instead of last year's Miami Vice is an interesting call. Says here in my notes that Gabe, you're a big fan of them. I saw them and I'm also a big fan of them.
They are a nice touch, again with the interesting name on back placement going under the numbers. But like that color scheme I think it's leaning more into like the vaporwave or the aesthetic.
Epic. I remember 2015. Let's go. Um, I really do like them doing that. I don't know. I kind of also miss the like the goofy ones they've had over the years. Like 2018 they had like a Hawaiian shirt kind of thing going on. I think it was 2017 they just had like this bright blue with a bunch of seagulls over and over and over again. And then what was it, a couple years ago their alternate was red for some reason. It was called the All for Chiba one. They were red. It's
I
really
thought
weird.
that they were trying to like pay homage to their pink uniforms without going full pink. They were sort of like a fuchsia or a magenta.
Oh, I think this was 2018 they had the red ones if we're thinking about the same one. Like
Never
it was like
mind.
bright red. Like it just looked goofy. To give you an idea how far back that was, Aja Inoue was batting cleanup.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But as for the Marines, yeah, nothing really going too well. Neftali Soto currently batting 209, 360 slug, on base 269. Gregory Polanco batting 202, slug 345, and on base is 269. Nothing's really going well with those two right now. Hopefully they break out of it. Tanaichi I think he's a really good pitcher, and he just every time he goes out there, he's just been getting smacked around this year, which is very unfortunate. It was what this year he gave today. He gave up 5 runs. Was that this morning? I
That was
think.
today.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully everything gets better, but it seems like they're just in a bit of a lull, and I hope they're able to get out of it. And I'm not destined to a fourth place Marines team, which I don't think they've been that since like what 2019, 2020, not 2020. They made the playoffs in
Pre-podcast
20.
at least, yeah.
Yeah. So don't keep me down in fourth place, Marines. I don't want to be down here. I don't like it. It's scary.
You're in fifth.
Oh yeah. See, I'm tired.
Well, there's only one place worse you could be. There's a place, dark, desolate place in which lions used to dwell, but now birds find themselves
Everybody point and laugh.
skulking in the darkness,
I was gonna say,
suffering.
Jimbo, do you need to record a "It's over, it's so over"? We're only a month in. Like,
I
perk
don't
up, dude.
I don't want to say it's over, but man, it
It's
feels
so
like
over.
it is.
It's
It's
never
been
been more
really
over.
bad. Yeah. Last place, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, 2-4-1 since we last spoke. Mike said he was depressed after a 4-3. How do you think I feel? And it's been hard because they keep losing so many close games, and it's the sort of thing that you feel like that's got to average out eventually, but it's just like last year they won so many close games. It just feels like it's just like a rubber band effect going into the next season. And I can't even, like, they've just allowed so many runs. They've allowed 87 runs through 25 games.
And it's
Osuna
now
totally fell.
93 in 26 games.
Yeah, and like the pitching's just been so rough. Osuna's been. I mean, he used to be like automatic. Now he's anything but. Darwin's and Hernandez can't find the plate. Kohei Arihara is just he's giving up like an average of like 11 hits a game. It's really bad. His ERA is nearly 5. It's and then just injuries after injuries after injuries. The only player who's been having the only batter who's been having a good season was Yukio Shudo, who broke the record or set the record for like most consecutive games getting a hit to start the season. He's now gone until further notice, just like everyone else seemingly. um, Also, pitcher Haruhiro Hamaguchi is also tore a ligament. He's been gone. He's going to be gone for a few months. It's just it's rough, and just the fielding's been really bad. We're giving up about twice as many steals as we had since last season. I miss Takayukai so much. Like, why? I don't know, man. With all the injuries and everything, it's just like they're fielding a farm team at this point. Every day when I tune in, I don't know who's playing. It's just like a bunch of random people I've never seen before.
Wasn't that a little bit exciting, Jimbo?
No, except Kurihara.
Kurihara?
Yeah. But what's rough with him? He's been playing decently, but it's like every time they need an RBI, he's the one up, and it's just you can't ask that of somebody every time. Yamakawa's still healthy, but he's been struggling, and he just looks like visibly stressed out every time he's at the plate too. It's bad, man. Like that's the thing that there's the only thing I can see making it get better is that the people who are injured get back. Or
Kensuke Kondo, a nation turns its lonely eyes to you.
yeah, Kensuke Kondo, Yanagita, I mean everyone.
I mean, at least the Hawks have like 3 or 4 levels of a farm team to draw from, unlike the rest of the Pacific League.
Yeah. Though I mean, Ryota Hirose has been decent. I've been really happy with him. I was keeping an eye on him on the farm last season, and he's been okay. I like his approach to the plate. I like him having, but then the problem with having him around is that he's a corner infielder, and that's the only thing we're not missing right now. It's really like, come on, man. Akira Nakamura has had some decent games. I'm happy with that. Like, there's very little pieces that are working. And then like on the farm, Yugo Maeda was looking good early to start the season. Now he's kind of falling off a bit. But I still don't want to call him up yet because he's still too young. He's still got to develop. But so, on a more positive note, familiar faces in new places, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is cutting it up in the MLB right now. He's leading the entire league with a 1.06 ERA, and he was sub 1 until he gave up 1 run to the Pirates the other day. So that's good. I'm happy about that. That's a positive thing. Shohei Ohtani hit a home run while the Sailor Moon music played today. That rocks. There's some good stuff going
New
on.
father, Shohei Ohtani. That's his first dad strength home run.
Oh, there you go. And I'm seeing a lot of videos about Kodai Senga doing really well. He's not injured again, right? I hope.
Right, he's healthy.
Okay. Just did a little cross there.
But yeah, Yamamoto, there's a reason I call him the ace of aces. He's figured out the majors now. Look out.
Yeah, man, he looks, he always, obviously, he killed in the Pacific League, but man, I've been watching video of him. He looks even better now. It's crazy how good he looks. But yeah, so that pretty much brings us to the end of today's show. And our question of the day from us to you to us. What do you prefer, a dome or an open ballpark? I have a bit of a nuanced answer to this, so I'm going to kick it over to you guys first. Mike, what do you prefer, dome or open ballpark?
I prefer an open ballpark, but I can live with the dome too. It's fine.
That's fair. And you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'd prefer open ballpark as well, but I'm stuck with the retractable roof, concrete mausoleum torture cell, derogatorily known as the Rogers Center here.
Right, yeah. And as somebody who's from Montreal, they played in the man, you want to talk about a torture cell. The Big O is the ugliest thing in the world.
I did a tour of that place when I visited Montreal most recently, and yeah, they roll out the turf. It is 6 inches of turf on top of hard concrete.
Yeah, it's brutal. It looks nice from the outside, but inside it is a ghastly, ghastly place. But my thing with domes, though, Like, I love the Ballooner Dome. I love the Pepe Dome. I can't wait to visit them one day. My thing with domes, I think you need to have a dome if you play in certain climates. Like, if you play in Miami, if you play in Seattle, like places where it's going to rain a lot, it's just makes sense to have a dome. Osaka, like there's a reason the Buffaloes have a dome. That makes sense. But yeah, no, if you're in like California or even New York, like some places like that where the weather is like more temperate, go open field. It's nicer. It's better. And I mean, look at Sendai Park and with the Eagles. Like that's a gorgeous stadium. You know what I mean? Like I definitely see the appeal. Or maybe in the future, more teams are going to go the route of Escon Field and have like a sort of enclosed space with a gorgeous view on the outside. I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm kind of like domes are more practical, but the aesthetics of an open ballpark are better.
I will say I'm happy that my childhood consisted of when a lot of the teams went back to that neoclassical style that a lot of the parks are now, compared to the
Yes.
giant concrete ugliness that I guess my parents in that generation pretended they were cool. I don't know. But Jesus Christ, those were ugly.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
the concrete cookie cutters were designed because people thought, hey, we could put the football and the baseball teams in a stadium. They used similar field dimensions, right? It'll work
Right?
for both. It'll work for neither.
yeah. I mean, that's the whole reason Oakland doesn't have any sports teams now. Both teams were like, well, this doesn't work for us. This sucks. But yeah, so that's the end of today's show. Please let us know, what do you prefer, dome or open ballpark? Do you hope the Hawks will get better? I know I do. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. Pray for me. We'll see you next time on the podcast. Take care.